Hey, how you doing? Jay here, and thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and hit that notification icon just to be notified of new videos as I put them up, including drone footage for royalty free for use for commercial and in your personal projects. As some of you know, recently I bought a Dji Spark. I bought it second hand online, fairly reasonable price with a few batteries and accessories. So I have been flying this over the last kind of few days, about a week. This Dji Spark, I've been flying it in the open areas in some kind of windy conditions as well, and it did kind of manage okay with that. It kind of was fairly stable. I think there was one point it did kind of fly very close towards a castle where I kind of got a bit worried for a second, but it just managed to pull back. I think, and that was all thanks to the actual the avoidance sensor here. I think it got so close and then just backed away. I think there was something up with the controller then. I'm not sure if it lost signal or as I was flying towards the castle to get a close-up shot. And when I tried to pull back, it didn't pull back until it got to a certain point. So thanks to this, it didn't hit the wall. But one of the things I did find when flying this, especially out in the outdoors, unless you're on fairly level ground, rather cement, or kind of a hard area, there's very little allowance here for landing. What I mean is, if you look here, you've only probably got about a 1 centimeter less than a centimeter for allowing for landing. It's pretty low to the ground. So if you're flying this in outdoors in open areas, be sure to have a flat surface like grass. It's not really that great unless you have an actual landing pad to land on, which I do fortunately enough. But you know, sometimes if it overshoots the mark, or if it's on a return to home and doesn't hit the actual landing pad, this can sometimes be an issue, because with the grass obviously being quite high, when this comes down to land, if it's landed in the grass, it's gonna mow the lawn. These propellers are gonna hit the grass. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want it to cut up the grass. Not that you care about the grass, but you don't want all this gunk and the dirt going in your motors here. So one of the things I did find online, and I'd seen on another video, is the ability to add some actual landing gear to that. So what I did is I went onto Amazon and I had a look, and just wanted to show you guys these. Now, just before I show you them, obviously some of the training, if you have the Dji Spark or you're planning on buying one, it does come with some of the training gear, like the actual propeller protectors. Now, they just clip on around here and they protect your propellers. Unless you're really in an enclosed area, unless you're in in amongst buildings, I think there's very little need for them, because the obstacle avoidance causes a lot of that. I think it's in close proximity. They don't really stop anything else apart from you just hitting an object. So I have used them indoors just to protect them in case I make a mistake, but outdoors I wouldn't use them. And one of the things I came across, as I said, back to the landing gear, is that I came across these little things which were available on Amazon. I think I paid, they're really reasonable, probably around €6. And that's really reasonable for these. And these really are kind of spring loaded. If you just kind of look at here. So if you kind of come down hard, not that the Spark is going to come down hard anyway, because once you hit the land function, it kind of comes down fairly softly. And even if you're pushing it down yourself, it does land reasonably soft. So these little feet kind of stick up. So obviously we have our white little dot here, and we just match that with our that's just going to show you how they fit on. So they do fit over your normal LEDs, your lights here, and you're just going to twist them on. If you look at that there, twist that on, that comes over your wing, and you just clip that around, and there you have it. So what you're going to do is place them on there. So now, if you look at the actual room you have now, for landing, it's fairly reasonable. So this is really ideal for landing in grass. It doesn't add really any much weight to the drone. They're really quite light. They're really durable and really light. And they do that, add that extra bit of height for you just to compensate for the rough kind of ground you might be in. And as I said before, if you do have that kind of training gear, or that these are not really suitable because they kind of clip around the same place where your actual propeller guards would be. Now there are other ones I've seen available on Amazon where they sit back a bit further on the arm, but they just kind of clip around like a little clamp. But these ones here I really like because they're a lot more secure. They don't affect your LED or your lights. Your lights still work, you can still see that through that. But they won't come off because they are really well and truly on there. And they're really easy to take off and on as you need them. So that's it. So just want to kind of give you that kind of a tip about landing gear. They're really a great idea, and they have that bit of suspension as well. So I'm just going to show you it in action. I'll fly it around here in the house and just kind of see how that works and how it just lands. Yeah, so we'll give that a shot. Let's try it out. There you have it, the landing gear for the Dji Spark. As I said, they're really good, they're really dead handy in the long grass. I'm going to leave a link for these down in the description, along with the other ones that I did find that if you do use the actual propeller protection, that they will suit you. As I said, thanks again for watching my YouTube channel. Do like it, do subscribe, but do hit that notification button to be notified of new footage and new videos as they come available. Until next time, guys, see you later. Bye-bye.